come. So I would like to just invite you here with us now and be with us, be within us, in our hearts, speak to us, and thank you so much, Heavenly Father, for everything. We love you a lot, and I'd like to offer and pray this in my name, Benjamin Akiva, sends you together with my brothers and sisters here, sons and daughters from Central West families, Jew. Okay, once again, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming, and like I said, this is the first HARP service of the year, but even though there's not that many people here, I hope we can kind of, see it as, we're the people representing the young ones in South London, I guess, because we're here, we're at the start. So let's keep that in mind for this new academic year or work year that we all have, and whatever we do, I think, anyway, Uncle Simon's gonna share in his message, but let's remember who we are, right? Even though it seems like, unfortunately, not many young ones of our community feel so much pride or just can't be bothered to come anymore. We're still here, and that means something. So let's try and keep that energy, keep that faith throughout this year, and let's stay together. That's it. Okay, so no more. Let's go straight into it. As you can see, there's another one. There's someone that's not our age here in the room. So we are gonna hear a message from Uncle Simon today. So let's welcome him up.
I'm kind of standing in the way there, that doesn't really work, does it? Oh, right, okay, so everyone can see that? Yeah. Right, okay, so this is not just me talking, this is you answering, alright, okay? So it's give and take, right, okay? So I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to tell me why we're here at Sunday service today. So Holly, why are you here at Sunday service today?
To be inspired.
Right, okay, probably the wrong place. Right, okay, right, may have gone should have probably gone to the other hall. I mean, obviously, the word got out, Benji, that I was giving the service, and that's why people haven't turned up, right? So, that's fine. Right, why are you here?
To be with my friends.
To be with your friends, okay, that's good, right, okay, that's, some of them are here. Right, okay, that's good, right, okay. Seisha?
To seek the truth in people's lives.
Okay, B?
To reconnect. Yeah.
Reconnect, okay. At the back, sorry, I don't know your name.
I'm Gentan.
Gendan. Gentan. Sorry, I'm deaf in that eye. Anyway, welcome. Why are you here today?
To connect God.
To connect to know God, okay. Right, okay. Paolo?
To remain consistent.
Remain consistent.
Offer time to God.
Offer time to God.
To receive information.
Information, okay, right, okay. You can probably receive information, out on the street, or through the TV, or through YouTube, or your phone, or, But anyway, you're here for information, that's fine. Right, okay. Kai?
Enjoy the culture.
Enjoy the culture, right. Alistair?
To serve the community.
Serve the community, Benji?
I'm here because I was born into this crazy movement.
Right, okay, fine. Right, okay, so, so, was anyone forced to come here today? I mean, you're kind of at an age now where you're not really brought by your parents, are you, right? And it's slightly more of a free choice, right? So everyone's here by free will and choice? Or your parents encouraged you to come along? How many of your parents encouraged you to come along today? Nobody. Right, okay, so you're here. That's good, right? You're here, right, out of your own free will. Okay, so that's why you're here today. No one was forced to come here today, right? You're here on your own free will. So, next question. Why are you really here today? Seisha, why are you really here today?
To have some conversations.
No. Why are you really here today?
What am I doing? Because of God? Because of my parents? Like on earth? Or
B, why are you really here today?
Because of
True father.
God and true parents and my parents.
Your parent, right, okay. So you're really here today in this room at Sunday service because of God going back, right? And then your parents going back a bit more, right? And if your parents hadn't got together, you wouldn't even exist, right? So you're here because of your parents, right? So why your parents, what brought them together?
My mum's brother and a Japanese missionary.
Right, okay, fine. Right, okay, that's fine. Right, okay, so you're here because someone introduced them to the principle, yes? And then they joined this crazy movement, right, okay? And then they went to the blessing and the matching, and then you came into existence.
yeah.
So, going back a step further, why we're really here because of the principle, why are we really here? Anybody?
Because of Adam and Eve.
True
Yeah, okay, fine, right, we're really here because of Adam and Eve, right, okay. But actually, we're really here because of Father, right? Because if Father hadn't arrived on this earth, right, or hadn't received the message or the principle, and then he hadn't witnessed or reached out to people, and those people reached out to people, and those people reached out to people, and then they reached out to your father and that Japanese woman or whatever it was, right, and they reached out to your parents, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't actually exist. Nobody on this earth, nobody in this room at Sunday service would be here without Father, right? It's because of Father, basically, that we're here together today. That's the common denominator. Is anyone else here because of some other reason? No, right? We're here because of Father, right? And, like say, he came, he prayed, he received this revelation, he put that into the principle, right? And because of that, we are here today in this room. That's what is the defining thing that connects us all together, right? So basically, yeah, our parents joined this movement, probably, all of us, I think. Anyway, and because of that, we came into existence. And then we were brought up maybe different parts of the world, right? And then somehow through this movement, we've all ended up here today. So that's why we're really here today at Sunday service, is because of Father. So, how many of you have met Father? Right. Share.
Oh no, I've just seen him.
Oh, you see, that's different, right? Okay. Met and seen, that is different, right? Okay. Right? Okay. Anyone else met Father?
Just see.
Seen. Right? Okay. Fine.
My dreams.
In your dreams? Okay. Not physically. You never met Father physically.
I saw him, but yeah, I didn't.
You've seen him, right? Okay. Fine. Right. And how old were you at that point?
10.
Right. Okay. Fine. And you remember it?
I do, yeah.
Right. Okay. And what was your experience when you saw Father?
Oh, I was like 5.
Right. Okay. Fine. So what do you remember?
It was very boring and I want to sleep.
Right, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Right, okay. Who else? Someone else put their hand up.
It was the same as Bea. Basically, I was at 5, 6, 7, and I was really impatient, and the translation was getting on my nerves. I wanted to get out of there.
Right, okay, fine. Right, okay. So, anyway, I should probably rephrase that. How many of you saw Father? Right, okay? Right? Because met is slightly different, right? Met means that you met him, you probably sat down, had a cup of tea, a conversation, or, And basically, the reality is, even my age group, right, none of us really met Father on some level, right? I mean, when the older Koreans first joined, they were in a room like this, right? And they met Father, right? And they took time together, they sang together, they slept together, they witnessed together, they fundraised together, they did entertainment together, so they met Father, right? But reality is, even for my generation, we only really saw Father, right? Okay, and basically it was kind of like, you know, like say it would be at a speech, right, or a rally, right, or sometimes after the speech they would go back to, you know, like a house or the hotel or whatever, and then people would share or whatever, and Father might say something more personally, or it might have been at 100k in the morning, right, when Father was giving a speech or something like that. So that's basically most people's experience with Father. It might have been going to like Belvedere and receiving Sunday service, you know, or like say, over here in this country, it would have been more like a rally or a speech or whatever. So most of us remember Father through that kind of picture there, right? Who's got that picture in their house? Right, okay, fine, right, okay. So that's kind of like, you know, and that's kind of formal, right? It's kind of like, you know, I mean this one, wait a minute, oh, go back a bit, right, okay. If we go, that's more informal, right? I feel more connected to that, right, than I do to that, right? But most of us would have seen him in a formal setting, you know, when he was on stage or when he was, you know, giving a sermon or whatever. Anyway, I had an opportunity to, a little bit different from that, right? And anyway, I show a little bit now, only maybe 5-10 minutes. Anyway, Benji has the link. He can send it to you afterwards. Anyway, it's not really the main point of the message, but anyway, I just want to show you 5 minutes of this. Hopefully this will work. It's still on? Yeah, it should be. Right, okay. I think it's playing. Anyone been there?
Father and Mother Moon, they asked us to come over to North Garden, and we had a closing celebration with them.
That's me.
And they asked me to do some magic for them.
It wasn't great.
Many times, and I have to say, normally I'm not nervous, but towards Father and Mother Moon, I'm nervous. Anyway, I'm going to just start off with a little bit of close-up, which is really for our true parents, and then I'll do a few other things, and also I want to make a balloon for your grandson. But I know that, Father, you like playing with cards? Yeah, I love cards. Any card you like, please choose any card. Look at it. Good. You can shuffle. That's it. Look at them. You can look. Oh, I didn't see that one. I saw that one. I said, you keep that one. No, don't give it to me. And then write your name on the card. Here's another one. Any card, it's okay. Please write your name on the card.
He didn't like that.
Okay. Right. No.
Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh, that's really bad. Right, here we go. Anyway.
Okay. And please put your finger in where you want me to stop. No, finger. Mother. Stop. Okay. Put your card. Put the card. Okay. I'm going to deal the cards like that. And I'm going to shuffle the cards. Like that. You see your card? You saw? Good. Okay. Now I'm going to try and find your card by your fingerprint. Because your fingerprint is on the card. So can I look at your fingerprint? I'm going to find it. try and find your card behind my back, just using your finger. Oh, I found it. Now I'm going to take your card, and I'm going to rip up your card. Right? Like that. And I'm going to put your card in my pocket. Where is your card? In my pocket. So I take one piece, and I put it there. Right? And then I'm going to take the other 3 pieces, and I'm going to put them into the back. Like that. Low. Oh, nice. Well, then go through, and hopefully your card is going to be in the pack, minus that one little bit. Please choose. Okay, right your name. Because this way I can get their signatures. There's no other way I have this opportunity again. I have to use this opportunity. Okay, throw me the card. Throw the card to me. Huh? Throw it into my hand. It's okay. I'm going to throw it to you. I'm going to throw it to you. Ready? Now, you, I heard, in the whole world, mind-body unity, #1. They really received it really well, and they really opened up their hearts, and we could have some really good give and take. The case. Oh, because you might fall off. If you give me this. Operation. Sorry, what is your name? Don't bite! Okay, this is Mama. Mama? Which one would you like to choose? Mama or Papa? Okay, we put Mama on the table. There, right? And I want you to hold Papa tightly in your hand. Tight, like that. So I don't touch. Now, this one is Mama. If you are away from, Mama is away from Abuji and Mama, you are apart, a few days, how do you feel? No good, sad, right? So I take you out. I take you out, I'm going to blow you back in. Okay, on count 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you feel you went back to Abuji? No? After my whole family get together, babies come. Huh? Baby in England, a stork. Dumbo, the stork is coming. You feel that? You feel the babies? No. No.
Anyway, like I say, Benji can send you the link afterwards. But anyway, basically, that was an experience, right? I didn't really say I talked to Father, but anyway, it was an experience with Father. And we had to go to Alaska, and it was for about, 20 days. And then we were meant to go fishing. And then eventually Father said, oh, forget fishing, you should go fishing for men. So anyway, we went out and we put on this program, and that was kind of crazy too. But anyway, afterwards, President Song at that time, he kind of said, I'll introduce you to Father, I'll introduce you to Father. But because actually there's a pecking order in Korea, right? And actually he was sleeping in this, not the main room, you know, like not, there's a north garden and then there's like a centre. And because he was younger than some of the older Koreans, he was in the kind of centre with me. And he thought, I'll introduce you, even though he was kind of like in charge of the whole of Europe. Anyway, eventually people started talking, because we did 2 events, and they were like, oh, that's the magician, that's the magician. And I could hear them always talking about me. And every night he was like, oh, bring your stuff, it'll be tonight. So every night, I'm ready. And then nothing happened. And then I kind of thought, well, anyway, that's okay, it's fine. I've done, you know, something over here. I've helped them with, you know, like, you know, outreach and things like that, so that's fine. It's not meant to be. And then suddenly, like, I sit down on the last evening, and he suddenly gets up and he goes, where's the magician? And I'm like, me. And he goes, stand up. So I stand up, and then he goes, now, do magic. Like this. And I'm like, yeah, but it's all in the centre. It's only across the road, right? So he said, okay, 2 minutes, right? So I kind of run over there, you know, just grab what I could. I run back. And then he said, you're the only person doing any entertainment. That's it. And I started, and I just thought, the 2 things that I want is if I get their signatures, right? Because then I have something forever, right? And then that's kind of personal and memorable. But even afterwards, somebody came up to me and goes, you cannot do that. You cannot ask them for signature. And I said, well, I did, right? Okay, it's too bad, right? And then afterwards, you know, anyway, if you're doing something like a performance, you get to a peak or a crescendo. And I just realized from now on, there's only one way for this to go. It's like down, right? So I want to finish here. I just want to finish here. That's it. I've done it. I've done 10, 15 minutes, and you know, it's all gone well. It's only going to go downhill from now on. So then he suddenly, you know, like I said, okay, thank you. Anyway, you can see in the video, but anyway, I try and bow out a couple of times, and then Father's like, no, more. And I'm like, really? And then he said to me, you have to teach magic to everybody here. And then I was like, no, if I teach it, it's just going to go downhill, because it's like, that's not magic. It's, you know, just sleight of hand, or, you know, it's not real, you know. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do one more. And if you really like focus and tell me what everything is, then I will teach everyone a trick. So he's like, anyway, we say if someone's burning your hands. Anyway, so I show him cards, like this is the Ace of Hearts, and, you know, I put it down. This is the King of Hearts, put it down. This is the Queen of Hearts, put it down. You know, this is... Anyway, I showed him 5 cards. And I said, okay, I just want you to tell me which one is the ace. And he was like, you know, he like wants, even at the beginning, he didn't want to sign a certain card. He wanted a certain card himself. It was quite hard work, right? I mean, it's like working with him. He's like, no, I don't want that, or I want this. Anyway, he was like burning this card because he was convinced that card was the ace. And he said, that one. Anyway, I turned it over and it was the Jack, the Queen. They'd all reversed. And he was like, and then he kind of like, you know, like, you got me, right? You know, just sit down, right? Okay, so anyway, I sat down. But then one of the leaders, like President Yang, he's like, no, teach one more, you know? And I was like, no, because I get kicked out of the magic circle if I do that, you know? And anyway, I'll teach you one. And I got him up there, and I just made a kind of a joke out of it. But then afterwards, many people came up to me afterwards, especially Japanese and Korean people, and they said, how do you do that? We cannot do that. And I said, what do you mean you cannot do that? Actually, in Korea, they have a magic school. You can go and you can study magic. It's like a degree in magic. And actually, Koreans, they're really good at manipulation. Like, they can just produce cards and whatever, and they're very good. They just practice hours and hours and hours, this manipulation. And I said, you know, actually, you've got a magic school in Korea, and actually, you can be better than me. And he goes, no, but you touched Father. You touched his finger. You know, and I was like, well, yeah. And they're like, well, we cannot do that. And I was like, why? And actually, what their kind of understanding, you know, was of Father, or maybe even a little bit today, that it's kind of like, you know, we're in an army, and Father was like the general. You know, and Father says, and we stand to attention, and, you know, we go out and we march or whatever. But that actually shouldn't be our relationship to Father. If you think of it, it's Father. You know, would you touch your Father? I said to them, you would touch your Father. Therefore, he's my Father. I touch him. And they go, no, we just cannot. You know, like almost like, you know, there's some kind of disconnect there. Anyway, I came back to England, and anyway, I gave a couple of sermons about it, or messages about it. And actually afterwards, many people came up and they told me their stories that they had with Father. And actually that was as much as a benefit to me as it was to them. And actually I share with you just two of them. One of them was, like they had this, Father went to speak at the seminary. And he basically, at that point, they'd found, they were doing outreach and witnessing on the street, and then someone had kind of listened to, a one-day workshop. Anyway, they thought it'd be really good to bring him to listen to Father. And so they put this guy in the front row, right? And then he sat down because they wanted him to see Father and for the older members to be at the back. So anyone that was kind of new, opportunity, sit at the front. Anyway, when Father came on, this guy just got up from his seat and he just ran onto the stage. And everyone's like, "Ugh." And then he just hugged Father like this. And everyone's like, "Ugh." And then you could hear a pin drop, but then Father just hugged him back as it was his son. And said, yes, that's fine, And he is that kind of person. He's not somebody that's like, my general or my I have to salute to or bow to. And of course, Father sometimes could, lay into people, or shout. And one time someone was saying in, I think it was the New Yorker, anyway, Father had been giving this speech for about 3 or 4 hours, right? And people were like, slowly. Anyway, one guy in the front, eventually it was too much. And he's just like, and he fell asleep. Anyway, Father saw him and he got so upset. And he came over and then, nudged him, and he woke up, and then he starts screaming and shouting, "Why you fall asleep?" Da, 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 like that. And then eventually his last words to him is, "Just get out. Get out. I never want to see your face again. Get out now. Never your face again. Now, go." So this boy, this young man kind of went out like this. And everyone's like, gosh, what's going to happen to the guy? He can never see Father again. Father told him. Anyway, about 15 minutes later, the door opened at the back. And he had one of in America they have Payless. Do you know what Payless is? It's like a grocery bag, paper brown bag. And he put it upside down over his head with 2 holes. And he walked back in like this with these 2 things. And Father said, "What are you doing? Take that off." So he took it off and he goes, "Why have you got that paper bag over your head?" He said, "Because you never wanted to see my face again." Anyway, Father just hugged him, actually embraced him and said, "It's okay, come and sit down." Anyway, so I encourage you to kind of, ask your parents what, their testimonies were with, true parents, or even if they, or stories that they've heard. Because that's, that is really like the person that we should be trying to connect to. This is not so easy. But Father, when he was young, he was out there, he was, they were doing things together as brothers and sisters. And then unfortunately, he became where he basically stood on a pedestal. And then people only saw him as a pedestal. But he was a person. And he was, afterwards in that speech, he was about to go on a United Nations tour. And then he made me sit down. And then afterwards, I sat down. And then afterwards, he's kind of giving this speech about UN, right? And then everything. And then suddenly he'd just stop. And he'd go, "Magician, stand up." So I'm like, stand up, yeah. And he goes, "Is magic real?" I don't know. I didn't think real. Now I don't know. I don't know. I'm real. I'm Father. I know I'm real. But magic, I didn't think. But now I don't know. Sit down. Right? And so I sit down. Right? And then 3 minutes later, he says, "Stand up." Right? And I stand up. Magic is real? I don't know. I didn't think. Sit down, right? And it went on the whole way for about an hour. Every 5 minutes, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Anyway, and then afterwards, he asked Mother to finish by singing a song. Mother, she said, "Oh, where's that magician?" So I stand up again, and then she said, "Can you do some magic to make my voice sound really sweet and beautiful?" Right? Anyway, I realised that we're all people at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what walk of life you're at. You're a person. You have a heart. We're all, basically we're all in the same boat. And it was just a moment in time where we connected, right? And, you know, to me, anyway, magic transcends barriers and boundaries. It doesn't matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter, you know, what language you speak. Magic goes beyond that, right? And it can, you know, music too, and other forms of, you know, thing. But anyway, it can touch the soul. And just for, you know, half an hour, he could just be a person, enjoying it like everybody else. So anyway, you are here today because of him, but also make your relationship with him and not the formal photograph. So anyway, I'm going to finish now. But anyway, like I say, if you want to see the whole thing, please ask Benji, and I'm sure he'll put it up there for you. So please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent, thank you so much for being here together with us today, that we could just come together to take some time to reflect about who we are and why we are here today at Sunday service. It's because of you, it's because of True Father, because of the principle, because of our parents, and we're so grateful that because of that we came into existence and that we are here, sat together, connected here today together. Please let us try to understand the heart of True Father behind everything that he did and everything he set up. He wanted to make a difference, as do we all. And I pray that we can also go out and reach out and make a difference wherever we are. I thank you for this time. I offer report this prayer in my name, Simon Roselli of a Blessed Central Family. Adieu. Thank you.
Take some minutes to reflect. Thank you guys. Let's give a round of applause to Simon. Thank you, Uncle Simon, for sharing that. I think what a beautiful message. Let's remember where we come from, especially true father. I think, yeah, personally, I can testify that that's the way I felt for a long time. They're just two random Asian people who, yeah, they're inspirational. They're just, yeah, I guess an inspiration to the world. But I didn't connect them as my grandparents, as my origin. So I encourage all of us to, from now on, to make it more informal. They don't have to, true father doesn't have to be that general that we just bow to, like Uncle Simon said. He's our father, he's our, well, more grandfather, right? And I personally don't have, I've only got one grandmom left. I don't know about you guys, if you still got a close relationship with your grandparents, but if you don't, and you don't have like that kind of grandparent relationship, you can see true parents as such, and same with true father. Yeah, let's not just see him as a like charismatic man who came to inspire us to live better lives. He's our Messiah. He is God's messenger to us. He didn't come to save us. He came to save us. He came to save you, all of us. But I think as a movement, we think he came to save the church. He came to save the chosen people, which are the unifications. No, he came to save us individually. So let's remember that for this week and for the rest of our lives. Okay. Let's move on to our offering song. Yeah, let's stand up. It's gonna be Unified Soldiers. If you'd like to offer, just come up to the front. Actually, I'll come around. Actually, no, you guys can offer. It's gonna be here, so everyone can see.
I know what Uncle Simon said about not seeing True Father as a general or have this military vibe, but this was going into this coming week and coming academic year with a lot of energy and spirit. Let's be unified soldiers, eh?
Yeah.
Foundation, happiness we shall
join me in an offering prayer? Good morning, dear Heavenly Father, once again. Thank you for this amazing message you have shared with us today. Yeah, thank you for sending our true Father to save us, sending him to be a true example of what is possible for us, what you want us to become, or how close you want to be to us. So I hope as we move on with our lives, we can keep that in mind, we can keep that in our hearts, that you want such a close relationship with us as you did with our true Father. And yeah, we were going to strive to do that and make you proud as your unified soldiers, Heavenly Father. Lastly, thank you for this. I hope you can accept our offering that we've just made, and we can use it for your will and to make our community even better. I'd like to thank you once again, and I report this in my name, Benjamin Nukibi, sent here as the son of a Central West family, Jew. Okay, please have a seat. We're gonna have discussion groups now. Let's just have maybe 2 sister discussion groups. Or one big one. Sure, one big one. And for the brothers. You okay to join us, Simon? One of them? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kenta. Youngjin 1, 2, 3. Hano 1. Bobby 2, 3. Okay, 1's at the front, 2 in the middle, 3 at the back. Sisters, you can go. Did I say you're 1?
Do we have discussion questions?
No, just from the sermon. Leave how was your week till the end. Mainly try and talk about the sermon. Do how was your week maybe at the end of this time. Roughly 15 minutes.
Just like familiarity of it, like it wasn't.
It should be 5 in each group.
It was like.
You're 3? Try and keep the discussion to what you got from the. No. Just do what you feel inspired from the sermon.
Someone was so busy, I was like,
Alright. We've got the privilege to have Uncle Simon in our group. But yeah, let's go direct to the point. No, so we're just gonna talk about what you found, I guess, inspiring from the talk and what you want to take away. I think there was a lot in that. Wait, were you guys here? I feel like you were late, right? Okay.
Now you'll have to do a recap.
Yeah, I don't know, it's really precious.
He talks about
they're just like people, like when they were like, I don't know, when I saw your father like take a card, he's like lick his thumb, but it was also such a uncle thing to do, like, I'm gonna count my cards. And it just means like, oh, it's real.
Your dad was there.
I'm glad you filmed this.
It was him and Davis, Andrew Davis. And I think Andrew Davis was making, I think that was Andrew Davis' video, but AJ was there. And Andrew Davis was trying to make a European kind of like video thing, like a week, instead of like
the weekly update.
well, no, instead of like Today's World, remember Today's World, like a monthly magazine. Anyway, he was trying to change that to like a monthly video. So he went there to kind of like film and do everything.
Was that like the interview you were doing as well?
Huh?
That was why you...
Yeah, so he interviewed me afterwards, and then he put that together for his like European movement-wide, you know, thing.
He was the pastor.
Yeah, I'll send it. Well, yeah, anyway, since you guys weren't here, Uncle Simon, he asked us, why are we here? So, big question. So maybe you guys can answer now. Why are you here?
Yeah, why are you here in this room?
I appreciate the community.
Because that is the spirit that they hold in them still.
Yeah.
Did your dad encourage
Yeah, I
you to
really
come here
liked what
today?
Uncle Simon was saying. She was talking about, yeah, like, that you would touch your father. This idea. Saying, oh yeah, we wouldn't touch
How do you receive love from God?
And it's kind of, that's something that I'm like working on. I want to be able to
Well, if the form of receiving God's love was from His Word,
and
you wouldn't have got any love today. Okay, so what? But why are you really here? Why are you really
also our personal connection. Because if Father's my father, then it's like, oh yeah, we can have a personal relationship. The way I had with my husband, the same. So I want to, yeah, that's something that I really want.
Just because of your parents, you're here today? I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there slowly.
The way I see my
Well,
father,
you're
the
young.
same way I see Father. Yeah. I was really, moved by him. Because he was saying, that's already what he felt.
True
Right?
parents.
Like, he was saying, oh, his father.
So, alright, we've just said you're getting there. So it's not quite. Yeah.
That video was,
Anyway, close. We're here because of True Father, right? And yeah, I mean, He's God in person. You could call Him God in substance, but that's essentially what Uncle Simon shared, that we need to remember that. And because he shared that video where he did magic for True Parents, and yeah, he reminded us that we don't need to see True Father as just our leader, like commander, right? He's our grandparents, grandfather, and I think that's the issue, especially with second less children, that we just see the movement as something we're born into, and we haven't taken ownership of it. But we need to own your faith. You need to own your faith. I'm not gonna do that for you. No one's gonna do that for me, right? So it's the same with our relationship with True Father, True Parents, with God. You have to make that personal. It can't be an informal thing, right? Because if it's an informal thing, it's easier to. It's easier to feel like it's a chore. It's easier to make it feel like a chore if it's informal.
Yeah, I mean, yes, maybe
Yeah, I don't think
it's like called the duty, or we come to Sunday school in the beginning, basically because of our parents, and out of, it's like a duty, right? Or sometimes I feel like I'm going to go to Sunday service because I should.
Yeah, you wanna make your parents happy, or no,
but actually we should come because I want to, I want to meet God. We should come, from us. Like you guys, you haven't been forced to come here today. You come out of your own desire. It should come from our own desire.
The fact that we're talking about True Father.
Wait.
how do you guys see True Father actually? I'd like to.
The whole like politics of it, or the whole like
Is that it?
prominence of it, or like you know like now we talk about
Why a role model?
talking
In
about
what
True Father
sense?
without mentioning True Mother, it becomes so like the politics strike it, like you're ignoring True Mother, but then people have an issue about asking about True Mother without mentioning True Mother. So it's just like I remember back in the days where I just used to talk about one of them because that's who I wanted to talk about in that movie. So like even at the beginning when we like started talking about True Father, I was like, what is a regular thing? Like, are we going to get in trouble because we're promoting something that it's not? You know, like, it's just kind of like, then I realised it's so much like politics about mentioning True Mother and just mentioning God. Everyone has their own opinions. And I was like, can we go back to the simple moment where we just do that? Like, can we just go back to appreciating true parents and like, you know, mind, body, unity, like, love people without like thinking about all the complications and all the like politics of it, just appreciate true parents and what they do. But also like, I guess that also relates to God, people just appreciate God and like be grateful for him and like, you know, make like great relationship with him, where it's not like corrupted by everything else that's going around. That's what I was like. It was just nice to just sit and listen and enjoy.
It's definitely something I respect for what he did. But I'm not like too crazy about it. You know how some people get with True Father? It's not like worship. For me, it's just respect what they did. I think for me, the main takeaway from their life is to be like being mental one like be on trying to improve yourself. So I'm pretty sure True Father said once something about how everyone should compare him.
Yeah.
So that really resonated.
Yeah, I think kind of related to that last point, he mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a speech where he talks about being sunny, right? Not just being moon, because the moon, as we know, reflects the sunlight, right? But he wants us to become sunny. We don't have to be so much influenced by like yeah, we shouldn't be influenced so much by the environment. Our environment shouldn't be who we are so much, but we need to try and be the ones that influence our environment, right? And yeah, become leaders. We don't have to be followers all the time, but lead our little circle of people. We will lead our community. How would you suggest that we connect to True Father more?
Well,
Especially now, right?
well, Christians have an incredible love for Jesus, right? And they certainly never met Jesus, right? Okay, so you know, I guess through his stories, and his words, people have been able to connect, to Jesus. And again, through us, it's through the testimonies and his words, that we can kind of connect with the Father as a legacy. But ask other people their experiences, or your parents, or other people their experiences. Because in one sense, those experiences aren't just for them; they're for other people as well, to pass on. So, same like Jesus, right? The disciples are the only ones that met him, but those stories and messages, go on forever. And Paul, he never met him either. But, he had an incredible, conversion or people up for him to be able to go that way. So yeah, it's possible. It's like any relationship, you have to work on it. Like we pray to God. If you don't, conversation with God starts with hello. And then you know, we talk about sharing. I mean, prayer to me is more like sharing, rather than not reporting. I report this in my, that's like more like general, I'm reporting for duty, I'm reporting what happened today, sir. But I'm sharing, right? As you would report to your parents, this is what I did today. I share it, this is what happened to me today. It should be just a natural. So even like this, I report this in my name. It's kind of weird.
I think I'm just like brainwashed from
Yeah, because you said it from the young age, right? And it's like, I report this, but if you really think about it, you wouldn't report to your parents. Like every evening you go to your parents, say, Mummy, Daddy, I'm reporting, this is what happened in my day. You just share over the course of the day or over lunch or whatever. Farah, it's not your fault, and we know.
Actually broke down this time.
Oh, right,
I think we just need to be more curious. Like have an interest to that first question, why are we here? Because if you're not looking for it, it's easy to just be happy with your life. Not pay tribute to where we really come from. But I think it will just come with age. I think because we have our own stresses in life. You've got exams to prepare for. Now you're starting college. You're trying to make money. I'm trying to make money. So put some time aside, I think, to think about this kind of question.
Now my mother is old and I felt for like alone hurt, but it was full happiness. I took so I felt that I have to prepare something that I can make your parents happy. What can I do? And I thought that how can I make memory with your mother? Because like I have to give some testimony to my children. Then I have something with my true mother like that. So true parents is like the person I can share with my children. I have to.
You don't have to receive
before
you can
memories with your mother.
I don't think I heard that before.
Thank you.
Let's start wrapping up, please. Couple more minutes, maybe.
In 3 words. Oh, it's from 0 to 10.
What kind of scale? 0 to 10.
0 to 10.
How was Korea?
Oh, 7.
0 to 7 days of the week.
How many good days did you have?
What am I? 0.
No,
just 3 words to describe your week.
Oh, okay, that's
Was it your first time there?
It was more like trying to get familiar because there's a lot of things. The Korean church is very things that maybe we have more European church is like very in Korean church. I don't know, it took me a while to get used to it, and it was definitely interesting. I had to come back to this step back and just look at it.
We'll never know why.
I need to get used to it.
It's quite.
I kind of just let myself
I just didn't question it.
I just think like a lot of them are the same, so
Okay.
busy.
Yeah, it's quite intense, huh?
I might have not visualized it actually to go. I think I definitely wanted to go because I wanted to meet Trumana.
Violet is exciting. Exciting. Oh, exciting.
So I've got throwback, experience, like celebration, and well-win.
They're all like words like
Yeah. We're like five. Whirlwind. Yeah, whirlwind. Like you're in a whirlwind, like a tornado. Throwback.
Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you, Sam.
Exciting, like experience. Whirlwind.
Alright. Do you need more time? You need more time? 1 minute.
I've got my
Like it was good. Some
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed that there were no harpies, but I think this is literally harp people. There's not that many.
If you listen to any of Uncle Andrew's like Trinity things, he was on that again today. So that's why I think someone else, wandered in.
I see.
I mean, it's very theological.
Yeah.
It's like
For a Sunday service.
it's like it's too much theology. It's not like something I can take away from my church. Anyway, as the other ones come in, people asked me, and said, who's giving Sunday service? I said, well, there's a slide there about Trinity. I guess it's Uncle Andrew because he's given 2 of them already. And it'd be very theological. And, I mean, that's the thing, even like Christianity, it's like they get hung up whether Jesus was God or the Son of God, or, these little, it's like, it doesn't matter. Also this movement, they get hung up over, certain technical, like, yes, this bit or that bit, or, it's like, that's not the point. The point is HARP. Actually, it's at the end of the day, it's HARP behind it, rather than the actual, some of the,
It's external, right?
People have gone to seminary, have these huge debates about theology, about this and that, and everything like that. It's not the point of this or that or whatever, is this or is that. It's actually, the heart behind them. Anyway, I like to have their debates.
I'm sure everyone in there will probably benefit. You should do that again in the main hall.
Yeah, well, I've done that before.
Alright, thank you everyone. I'm just going to... Are you good? Yeah, we're getting to the end. Just a few, not too many. Couple of announcements. We're gonna do our next HARP service next month in about, I think it'll be 4 weeks exactly. So 20th of October. Back here. Please, let's try and be on time. 10:30, main hall. Same as today, and we'll come to this room afterwards. But next Sunday service will be in Livingston House. That's next week. But that is it. Let's rise for our benediction. Alright. Benediction. Forgive, love, and unite. Gratitude brings about heavenly fortune. Forgiveness opens people's minds, and love moves people's hearts. Let us be grateful for everything, forgive our enemies, and love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and work in oneness for peace. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for coming. Yeah, before everyone goes, let's take a picture with Uncle Simon at the front. Let's move the chairs aside. Opposite, there's a bunch of free merch in the back. Yeah, it's like a bag. At the back, they just grab it. That's how it works. One merch. It's like old HARP merch. I'll tell them after the photo. Did you bring the cable?
No, it was already here.
Oh, right. Alright guys, come to the front, come to the front. Actually, can we just take you with that camera? You can send it to me later, yeah?